Congress is back for the first time since before the election, so all the talk last week on the House floor was about who won and who lost until news broke about the president-elect's cabinet nominations. Some very controversial choices, but one in particular stood out to us in Congress because we know him, and that would be the nominee for Attorney General. In addition to being one of the most controversial members of Congress, he has also been under investigation by Congress for some really serious allegations, and the final report was supposed to come out last week. But right before it did, he was nominated to be our nation's next Attorney General, at which point he immediately resigned from Congress and now says that report can't come out because he's no longer a member. It's an open question how that's going to go. But the bigger question is, are these nominations going to be approved by the Senate, or is the plan to go around the Senate? And there is one way to do that, maybe two. First, if the Senate leaves town for more than 10 days, the president can pick whoever. It's called a recess appointment, but it hasn't happened for about a decade because every time the Senate leaves town, they pick a senator to stay behind for the purpose of calling the Senate back into session every few days just for a few seconds to make sure the 10-day clock restarts and no president can do an appointment without the approval of the Senate, which means the Senate would have to leave town and let itself go into recess just to allow the president to skip over them and install all of these people. It would be the Senate giving up one of its most powerful duties, the ability to confirm the president's cabinet. So let's assume they don't want to do that. That leaves another option, which has never been tried and would face a serious constitutional challenge. The Constitution says the president can adjourn both chambers of Congress, can send Congress home, but only under extraordinary circumstances and only if both chambers can't agree on when to go home. It's never been tried, but the next president could try to use that power to send Congress home, keep them home for 10 days, and at that point, fill his cabinet as he pleases. This would be immediately challenged in court, and maybe he would lose, but maybe he rolls the dice. Whatever path this takes, it won't happen until next year. That's when the new Congress takes over, which means I won't be there. I was just elected Attorney General in North Carolina, and that job starts in January. But I'm still in Congress for the next 2 months, and I will keep you posted.